Let's welcome again to Let's Talk Science with Pastor Dan. Another short, and I want to talk today about Noah. We hear the story of Noah and the ark and all that kind of stuff, but we don't really come to understand the resilience, the fortitude, the courage of Noah. You see, when Noah began the process that God asked him to build the ark, from what we understand of Scripture, there had not been any floods. There had not been any rainstorms. In fact, where Noah built the ark was basically a desert. So there's no water around anywhere. And according to Scriptures, from what we understand, Noah worked on that ark for 120 days. 120 years, not 120 days, 120 years. And every day as he labored with his family to build the ark, he preached, he begged, he encouraged, he sought to bring anybody into understanding that they needed to get on this boat, this big ship, this ark with him. And after 120 years, when it was done, and all the animals, 2 by 2, now how is that possible? They didn't have to be adult animals, first of all. And second, they didn't have to be every animal, just animals of every kind. So not every dog, but one dog. Not every lion, but one. So God varied from there. But he saved the species by bringing one of each kind onto the ark. And at the end of that 120 years, when they finally got on the ark, and it was God who sealed them in. Noah didn't close the door, God did. The total number of people that Noah was able to convert was 0. The only people he brought in were his family, his 3 sons, their wives, and his wife. So a total of 8 people got on the ark. And as a person with a heart for evangelism, I can just imagine how disheartening that would be to preach for all those years and have no one, none, not a single person receive what you had to say. I preach in prison. I remember sometimes when we started getting down, dwindling down to 4 or 5 people showing up at a service, I began thinking, what's the point of me doing this for this number? And God chastened me. He said, Dan, if it gets 1, that's all that matters. Jesus came for the 1. Jesus came for you. So I want to encourage you, if you're struggling, if you're trying to do what God calls you to do, and it doesn't seem like you're having an effect, you don't know the effect you're having, you don't know the purpose that God has for you, stand firm, do what he calls you to do, listen, obey, and be at peace, because he's God and you're not. And in the end, that's all we can do. Take care. God bless.